Hey guys, Chris back from CNH Small Engine again. We had some time to do a quick video here for you guys again. Today's Wednesday in the afternoon. It's a bit overcast, so I can't do anything about that, guys. So I'm sorry about the lighting condition outside, but it's totally gray out here. It's really we call dull or depressing out there for that. I got a machine here. Got a Series Craftsman machine he wanted looked at. It's a one of the little bit better models out there for the Series Craftsman line. It's the 18-inch one, the 18-inch bar. This is the 40cc version right here, and this is what it looks like right here. A customer called me up over here, was complaining the machine would not start. And one of the first things we do on these machines over here to verify the engine is still, functionally, workable out there. What I mean by that is your cylinder and your bore and stuff like that. The first thing we typically check over here is making sure your engine has a good compression, good sealing down inside your actual piston and rings down here for reference points. Because if your engine has a bad bore, bad rings, or there's something seriously wrong with the cylinder itself right here, more likely it's not going to be worth repairing, because a customer is not going to want to dump in 120 to 150 bucks into a machine that they basically bought for probably about 140 bucks right there for that, for reference points. This one also has the newer style carburetor, because this one has the carb where they have the two intake plates on here. You have your main plate up on the top, and then you have a second plate, so you have two plates on these ones right here. And I honestly don't know why they came up with this design, but they did right here, guys. But they have like two plates, and I don't know why they even came up with that design right here. I think they did probably because of EPA out there mainly. And you have one plate down here, you have a second plate up on the top right here for your intake boot system on here. And that's what it looks like right there for the newer designs right there, because the older ones, you don't have the two intake plates in this one, or as it is right here for reference. This guy's machine, the cylinder is nice and tight on the actual block down here for the actual crankcase. That's the first thing we typically check to make sure there's no wobble side to side, back and forth right here for that. Make sure everything else looks tight on here as well too, like your intake system on here. And the last thing we do is we do a compression test with a combined of taking off the exhaust port and checking out the ports. We did a compression test on some machine, and compression test, I'll use my good old Craftsman compression tester right here. This is the professional model right here, because I got about, let me see here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think about 7 or 8 different adapters for this one right here. That's a professional automotive series of compression testers for reference points. And we stick it down the ports, and we got about 142 psi on this chainsaw right here. So 142 psi on this chainsaw for the actual compression set is definitely healthy. Typically we recommend a machine have at least 100 psi on a chainsaw. If you have a string trimmer or leaf blower or something like that, the minimum threshold is usually about 90 to 95 if the machine is going to be satisfactory and workable out there for that, because you have to have a minimum threshold, because if you do not, the machine will not function and will not start up out there as well too. So we check the ports out, and the ports look quite good on this one right here, so I'll show you what they look like. You always have to check out the ports, guys. I cannot stress that enough on a two-stroke. So we'll show you what the ports look like on this one right here. So there we go. Let me get a better light here for you. Let me shine it in a little bit better. Oops, sorry about that. It's on an angle here. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see. Put this up on a better side. Let me try that. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now you see the ports on inside there. Ports look absolutely clean. So you can get a better zoom in on here. Sorry about that. It won't let me zoom in too good. Let me just try this here for you. There we go. And the ports look perfect down inside there. He has one piston ring. So as you see right there, it's one piston ring. And the ports look good. There's no crap building up in the ports. And there's extremely minimal scoring on the actual piston as well too. So the piston looks good. So this machine, technically, from this standpoint right here, would definitely be worth repairing because of that fact, because you have to have a good cylinder, and everything else goes around that as well too, because that's the most expensive portion of the machine right there, your cylinder assembly plus your crankcase down there as well too, guys. So this has been a quick video of doing a quick detailed check of a chainsaw. If you have like a no start situation, the first thing you want to do is always make sure your cylinder is in good shape. Just wiggle it a little bit side by side, and make sure the intake boot is nice and tight on there, and always check out your exhaust port and check out your piston and rings and make sure they look okay down inside the engine. That's one of the biggest things you can do a compression test and physically take off your muffler assembly right here to check out the exhaust port and make sure the exhaust port is perfectly clean and fine on that one specific machine for any kind of two-stroke chainsaws or two-stroke string trimmers and leaf blowers in general, guys. So anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, feel free to leave me a message here, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible with some kind of a detailed answer to your question. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.